Imagine this. In a world where our supermarket shelves groan under the weight of nutrient-poor produce bred for shelf life over substance, hidden in the annals of history lie forgotten treasures, crops that pack 10 times the punch in health benefits and toughness against nature's wrath. These lost crops of the past weren't just food. They were survival superheroes, engineered by ancient ingenuity to thrive where modern varieties crumble. But we ditched them for convenience, and now, as climate chaos looms, it's time to unearth why they were, and could still be, our salvation. Buckle up as we dive into the epic saga of these nutritional powerhouses that could revolutionize your plate. Flashback 12,800 years to a cataclysmic chill sweeping the globe. The Younger Dryas wasn't a gentle cooling. It was an apocalyptic freeze that dropped temperatures by 15 degrees overnight, locking the world in ice for a millennium. Rivers dried, forests vanished, and humanity teetered on extinction. Yet, in a humble village by the Euphrates in modern-day Syria, the resilient folks of Abu Huraira refused to fade. Archaeologist Andrew Moore's digs uncovered a botanical bonanza, over 100 plant species meticulously tended. These weren't haphazard hacks. They were masterful manipulations. Their wild rye boasted seeds bigger than today's, protein levels that shame kale smoothies, and drought defiance that mocks our water-guzzling farms. This desperation-fueled dawn of agriculture birthed crops that were evolutionary elites, far outstripping our pampered produce. Leap ahead to eastern North America, where Native American innovators crafted an agricultural marvel that eclipses our industrial monocrops. Forget the simplistic trio of corn, beans, and squash. The real stars were unsung heroes like marsh elder, a plant with a yawn-worthy name but jet-fueled nutrition. Its oils rivaled sunflowers, proteins humbled quinoa, sustaining empires for 2,000 years across the Mississippi Basin. But here's the twist. This superfood fought back. Harvests triggered allergies, rashes, and respiratory rebellions, like nature's ironic prank. They ditched it not for inferiority, but because it was overwhelmingly potent in defense. Teaming up with marsh elder was goosefoot, a versatile virtuoso offering protein-packed seeds and leafy greens akin to spinach. Paired with erect knotweed, this trio formed a polyculture powerhouse, boosting yields by 20% through symbiotic smarts, adapting on the fly to weather whims. Enter little barley as the ultimate backup. Drought-proof, soil-agnostic, and timed perfectly to bridge starvation seasons with its high-protein bounty. This ecosystem wasn't scrapped for flaws. Maize muscled in with sheer volume, sacrificing nutrition and eco-harmony for bulk. It mirrored our 20th century green revolution, quantity crushing quality, leaving us with frail fields. Genetic sleuthing on 6,000-year-old barley from Yoram cave drops a bombshell. Ancient strains surged with 73% more protein, 82% iron, 90% calcium, and 47% phosphorus than today's grains. If old-school grains were Olympians, modern ones are couch potatoes. We opted for the weaklings. Consider amaranth, the Aztecs' holy grail. 14% protein double corn or rice, vitamin C loaded, complete amino acids, anti-cancer leaves, and growth in hellish habitats. Conquistadors outlawed it to crush spirits, nearly erasing a crop that laughs at wheat's weaknesses. Meanwhile, West Africa's pearl millet mocked months-long droughts, flourishing in sandpits and storing chemical-free for 5 years, beating our spoilage-prone staples. Ethiopia's teff outdid brown rice in protein and fiber, conquering altitudes from sea to sky and temps from freezing to scorching on rocky refuse. China's ancient millets ripened in a swift 90 days, serving as fail-safes against fickle monsoons. Their Maslin method, blending grains in fields, was genius-level strategy. Drought-tough types dominated dry spells. High yielders shone in plenty, netting 20% extra output with natural pest shields. Today, museums hoard these gems, 4 million specimens at Berkeley, 170,000 at Yale, each a potential hunger buster. Scientists are resurrecting extinct edibles via DNA wizardry, piecing together genomes from charred relics. From 8,400-year-old wheat in Turkey, they decode lost domestication perks. Isotope Tech unveils efficient water use, soil savvy, and pest prowess absent in contemporaries. De novo domestication fast-forwards evolution with gene edits, reviving traits honed over eons. Mindbender, of Earth's 7,000 edibles, we tame just 200, snubbing 6,800 wonders. Pre-domestication hints at stealth cultivation, wild-looking plants under human thumbs for a millennium, techniques so sly they evade detection. Bronze Age trades swapped half-tamed treasures across continents, fostering a prehistoric global ag network rivaling ours. So why trash these superior systems? Not failure, but foul play. Colonizers smashed indigenous setups for being alien, executing amaranth growers, imposing Euro grains for trade over sustenance. The Eastern complex bowed to maize's export appeal, not merit. The Green Revolution echoed this, swapping resilience for yield, birthing vulnerable monocrops hooked on chemicals with waning nutrition. Hope sprouts anew. Global paleoethnobotany groups decode old ways. AI sifts plant fossils at warp speed. Quinoas from niche to stardom. Heritage wheats rise in bakeries for taste and health. Amaranth rebounds as rediscovered dynamo. Funders pour millions into ag origins research, from NSF to ERC, eyeing prehistoric blueprints for tomorrow. Genetic tools turbocharge revivals. Ancient DNA steers breeding. Isotope spotlights stars. Morphometrics map differences. Truth bomb. We dump these dynamos for politics, culture, and quick bucks, ignoring their edge. As droughts rage and soils sour, these battle-tested crops beckon, Ice Age survivors, nutrition ninjas, eco-allies. The thrill of these lost crops isn't their antiquity. It's our ancestors' brilliance in crafting them and our folly in forgetting. Now, with crises knocking, will we reclaim this legacy to nourish a needy world? Those Euphrates seeds weren't just relics, they're roadmaps to resilience. Picture a future where your salad bowl brims with greens that heal as they feed, grains that defy desertification, and seeds that store eternally without a fridge. That's the promise of lost crops from yesteryear, tenfold healthier, unyieldingly resilient compared to our bland, brittle modern munchies. In an era of supersized portions, but shrunken nutrition, these ancient all-stars could be the game-changers we crave. Join me on a time-traveling quest through forgotten fields, where desperation birthed brilliance, and discover why reviving them isn't nostalgia, it's necessity. Rewind to 12,800 BCE, when the planet plunged into the younger Dryas deep freeze. Imagine your world flipping from temperate to tundra in a blink, 15-degree drops, glaciers gobbling land, rains ghosting away. Extinction loomed for flora, fauna, and folks alike. But at Abu Huraira, on the Euphrates banks in today's Syria, humans innovated or perished. Excavations by Andrew Moore revealed a verdant vault. 100-plus species under cultivation, no mere trial and error. Their wild rye? Supersized seeds, protein-packed to envy today's supplements, and built-in armor against aridity. These Stone Age scientists weren't playing. They pioneered agriculture from the jaws of doom, crafting crops that were nutritional ninjas and environmental tanks. Fast forward to pre-Columbian North America, where indigenous agronomists orchestrated a symphony of sustenance that shames our factory farms. The three sisters get all the glory: corn, beans, squash, but the Eastern agricultural complex was the unsung orchestra. Marsh elder led the charge, a humble herb with powerhouse potential. Oil richer than sunflowers, protein surpassing quinoa. For 2 millennia, it fueled civilizations from the Mississippi to the Ohio, cultivated with botanical precision. Yet, irony struck, its pollen provoked plagues of allergies, turning harvests into health hazards. They abandoned this gold mine not for lack, but for its fierce self-defense, a cruel cosmic joke on abundance.